we don't recognize wood production, you're a dreamer to think of exporting. But it was a challenge to me, and I proved to them that I started exports in 74, early 74. Then for the first time an export award scheme was announced in 75. Then I won the National Export Award for 75, 76 and 77 also.
3 consecutive years.
Yes.
So congratulations on that. That was something that happened so long ago.
Yeah.
So also Mr. Amar Singh, now you are right now the president of the Young Entrepreneurs Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
So being an entrepreneur yourself, was it the drive behind starting the Young Entrepreneurs movement in Sri Lanka, and what exactly is Young Entrepreneurs Sri Lanka?
Yeah. Now I first came across Young Entrepreneur, as I mentioned earlier, when I went for a carnival in Indiana, and there I saw a stall of Junior Achievement. That is the parent body of Young Entrepreneurs.
So Young Entrepreneurs parent body is a world organization.
World organization.
Right.
At that time there were not many countries, but today there are 123 countries as members of Junior Achievement.
It's called Junior Achievement.
Junior Achievement worldwide.
Right.
And countries like even the Soviet bloc countries, Russia, China, they are all in the program today.
So how many schools have adopted this program? Is it for the schools that you have this, and if you can elaborate as to what this program is
this
about?
program is mostly focused on school children to help them to become self-dependent and eventually to be workforce ready and also to be entrepreneurs. So here when I came across the program in the USA, it took me a long time to get the franchise for Sri Lanka.
So it did not come easy. I thought the whole idea of a world organization is that they would be waiting for people from other countries to get the franchise and start the movement. Why do you say it was a challenge?
Any country has to prove its capability of introducing the program. They evaluate whether this country can implement the program, how the response from school children are. So they had a Junior Achievement consultant who came here.
This was when?
That was in 1995 or 96, somewhere there. And we took him around, I took him around, introduced him to the big corporates here, then the government officials in the Ministry of Education, and he was convinced that we were capable of running this program here. And he made a recommendation to Junior Achievement to give us a franchise for Sri Lanka. So with that, it was difficult because all schools in this country, especially at that time, were all government controlled. Even today, the vast majority of schools are government schools. So we had to, I approached the Minister of Education and convinced him that this is a good program for this country, and the ministry approved of it. And that is how we were able to go to schools, otherwise anybody can't walk into a school. And then we, from there, we took this next step by setting up our own office here. In the recommendation, the Junior Achievement consultant recommended that we should be going to other countries. I took a team, my vice president and myself. We went to Australia, New Zealand, Europe and USA and visited schools to see how the program runs.
In the countries they were doing already.
So,
so was there a standard model across countries, or was it a specific customized model for each and every country?
It's a standard model to fit into the global economy, but every country has a liberty to modify, not so much modify, but to make it in terms of the needs and the culture and things of the country. Now, so this program is essentially in English, but introducing it to rural schools here, we start with Singlish, as you would know, and through that we encourage children to learn English because all the manuals are in English.
Right. So this program starts from year 1, or from what is the starting point?
No, from the primary school, from about the 4th, 5th standard,
Okay. From that time onwards, they can get engaged in this program. And then how does this program, how is it conducted? What are the modules? Is it only English, or what are the qualities you embed in the students?
All the manuals are in English.
Right.
But we help the children with the assistant of the Ministry of Education. We train selected teachers within the schools to learn this program. We do a training. Then we have our own in-house staff also who visit schools, and with the teacher they spend a few hours in the school And again, the program is conducted depending on the school activities, either within school hours or after school hours.
Is it available in all schools for students, all students, or in?
No. It's like this because this program is dependent on sponsorships. We do not charge children for the program. So various sponsors come in and they support the program in any particular school. Now we had USAID funding us initially for a lot of our programs, especially a rural school expansion program.
So how many schools are we talking about?
We, over the last 10 years, we covered nearly 500 schools.
Right, that's actually a lot. And in the schools who they have this entrepreneurial program, what are the benefits and what is the training the students can expect to get? What can they expect if they go, if they know that there's a social entrepreneurial, the National Entrepreneurial Club there? What can they expect? Why should they join the movement?
No, once since the ministry has approved the program, we go to the school and introduce the program because there's a lot of demand from the schools, but we are restricted to the extent that we can find sponsors. But fortunately, USAID funded us to a lot of things, and there were local corporates also who funded us. So then we go there, we first make a presentation in the school of what this program is about and see whether the school children are interested. Very strangely, good experience is that everywhere we went, the children were very enthusiastic and wanted the program. If we start it in one class, we have a problem of other children in other classes say we also want to do it. Because this is a very creative program. Children are made to start thinking. They are not like just bookworms studying a book thing. They have to really get involved in it and do practical exercises. It's a program that is activity based, so that children get involved. Now, for instance, in the primary school, the first program, the module is called Ourselves. So a child's personality has been developed through the program where he'll build self-confidence. Now, for instance, a good example of this is a child goes to school maybe with the parents or and asks them to a shop and say, I'd like to buy this item, maybe a bicycle, a tent, or I don't know, whatever, and the child parents can't afford it. So then the child comes to school and says, I saw a beautiful bicycle, it's a good thing for all of us. We have no money to buy it. Shall we think of something to how we can buy it? Then the children get together, and the model is they produce a drink, we'll say lime juice or some local wood apple juice, and they themselves, somebody will bring the sugar, somebody will bring the fruit, then they mix it, and then they have a sale in the school with banners and placards and various things like that. So through that they earn money, and through that or their own earnings only they can go and buy the bicycle.
Right, so this was at the primary level.
Primary level.
So that's a very interesting illustration and an example. We'll continue the discussion after a short break. Stay with us.